Suddenly, a wave of darkness washed over me, and the next thing I knew, I was looking at the ceiling of a cave. I slowly opened my eyes as I felt a sharp pain near my right side. Unfortunately, I was lying on jagged rocks, and one had poked into my skin and through my flesh. The mixture of dry and still fresh blood looked like a piece of cloth, with bits and pieces of different colors. As I touched the wound, I winced in pain. Trying to yank the rock out of my side, I suddenly heard a muffled voice yelling for help. "Anyone there? Anyone? Hello? Help? Please?" I heard a sound coming out of a pile of rocks on the other side of the cave. Trying to stand up, I grimaced as the rock poked deeper into my skin. I felt like my hip was going to explode. "I'm coming. I winced again. Just give me a second." I slowly limped towards the tower of rocks. "Are you trapped inside here?" I questioned. There was no way someone could possibly breathe in these rocks. "Yes, please help me." The voice rang once again. I used my fingertips to scratch at the rocks, and soon I felt moisture on my fingers. I knew it must be blood or sweat, or both of them combined. I sighed, almost as if letting out air would somehow release the pain. After a bit more of scratching and digging, my fingers felt like they weren't connected to my body anymore. "Thank you. Oh, I almost died buried in there." A young boy around my age smiled at me. I couldn't figure out what he looked like since there was mud caked all over his body, especially his upper half. I nodded and smiled back. That's when we heard them. Heavy footsteps approaching from inside. The boy's eyes widened in recognition. "Those are the ones who brought us here," he whispered. "But I know another way out." He pressed his hand against a section of wall, revealing a hidden tunnel. Together we slipped into the darkness, our footsteps echoing softly against the damp stone walls. The tunnel stretched endlessly before us, but for the first time since waking in this nightmare, I felt a flicker of hope.